Good evening, welcome to ITV News. This is Wednesday night's calendar with Christine Talbot and Michael Billington.
And here are tonight's main stories. But first tonight, after disruption, delays and cancellations, the government's patience with Northern Rail has run out. The company running the train firm is to be stripped of its franchise.
The Transport Secretary, Grant Shapps, said Northern Service had failed to meet the needs of passengers. It will now be taken under government control in March, in what ministers hope will be the start of a journey of improvements for the rail network in the north. Chris Kiddy has our main story this evening. Next tonight, an investigation has begun into a crash which saw a bus full of school children plough into a barber shop in Sheffield during rush hour this morning.
2 of the children were taken to hospital with minor injuries, and more than 150 properties in the area were left without power for much of the day as a safety precaution. Well, Adam Fowler has been following the story for us in Sheffield. Adam. Now, please help me get my son out of here. The plea today of a British mother in the Chinese city at the centre of the coronavirus outbreak. Natalie Francis, who's originally from York, has been told that while she can be evacuated, she must leave her 3-year-old boy, who was born in China, behind.
Now, because he has a Chinese passport, Natalie's son can't join her on board the evacuation flights for British citizens, which are due to start tomorrow. Now they're stuck in Wuhan, where the potentially deadly virus first began to spread. Lisa Adlam reports. OK, still to come on the programme this evening.
Well, more of the day's news now. A man who fled the country following the murder of West Yorkshire Police Officer Sharon Beshanivsky plans to fight his extradition back to the UK. West Yorkshire could have a metropolitan mayor within a year as part of plans for the region to take greater control of powers and funding from Westminster. After meeting local council leaders to discuss a devolution deal, Treasury... Mary, thank you. Well, next tonight, to the concerns from clean air campaigners about the increase in wood-burning stoves across the region, which they say are damaging the environment.
Yes, there's been a huge growth in the sale of log burners as people look for alternative methods of heating their homes. But some groups are worried about the impact on our health from smoke and soot.
Well, the industry has hit back at the claim, saying tremendous work is going on to make the stoves as clean as possible. Here's Matt Price. Those fires look quite cosy, didn't they?
Sure, really nice
on a
warm.
cold night.
Now, love them or loathe them, if you look around, tattoos seem to be as popular as ever, or perhaps they're just becoming more visible.
Yes, these days it's not uncommon for people to request tattoos in prominent places on their hands, their necks, even their faces.
Well, facial tattoos are seen as the ultimate fashion statement. Of course, there's no hiding them, but they can have serious implications in the world of work, as Lauren Hall reports. Well, time for some sport now, and Scunthorpe United have sacked manager Paul Hurst less than 9 months into the job.
Staying with football, Huddersfield Town goalkeeper Kamil Grabara will remain in hospital tonight after he was injured during last night's match at Hull.
Yes, the Polish under-21 international suffered a head injury and suspected concussion following a collision with Huddersfield defender Christopher Schindler during their 2-1 win.
Well, elsewhere last night, Leeds moved back to the top of the Championship after coming from behind to beat Millwall 3-2, and Rotherham United won the battle of the top 2 in League One. With the best of the action, here's Chris Doggs. Well, John's here now with... Well, next to the radical surgery which has helped a cobbler continue doing the job he loves after he lost his thumb in an accident at work.
Yes, Dave Lee feared for the future of his North Nottinghamshire business when he injured his hand in machinery, but surgeons used one of his big toes to replace the missing digit.
Well, a year on from the surgery, he's been reunited with the doctors who carried it out. Rajiv Popat reports.
Isn't that incredible what they can do?
It's amazing what they can do these days, blind. Well, at least he can carry on doing the job he loves.
Absolutely.
Here's John, he does a job he loves.
Thanks, John. That's it from us. Our next update's at 10:30.
The national and international stories are coming up next with Mary Nightingale.
But from all of us here on the team on Calendar, thanks very much indeed for watching.
Bye-bye. Well, next to the radical surgery which has helped a cobbler continue doing the job he loves after he lost his thumb in an accident at work.
Yes, Dave Lee, who's from Sutton in Ashfield, feared for the future of his business when he injured his hand in machinery. But surgeons used one of his big toes to replace the missing digit.
Well, a year on from the procedure, he's now been reunited with the doctors who carried it out, Rajiv Popat reports. Incredible,
Amazing.
isn't it?
Absolutely. Now, still to come, we'll be live at
Well, two men have appeared in court charged with the manslaughter of Matlock Town footballer Jordan Sinnott. Time for some sport now, and Scunthorpe United have sacked manager Paul Hurst less than 9 months into the job.
Now, staying with football, and Hull City have accepted a bid from West Brom for winger Kamil Grosicki. It comes as their hopes of making a push for the Championship playoffs suffered a setback last night as they lost 2-1 at home to Huddersfield Town.
Well, meanwhile, Sheffield Wednesday were also beaten at Wigan, but Rotherham came on top in the battle of the top two in League One. Chris Dawkes has the best of last night's action. Well, the ITV Evening News continues at 6:30. Here's a look at what's happening with Mary Nightingale.
Mary, thank you. Now, taking a look at our little fire that we've got in the studio here, you can understand the attraction, can't you? But there are concerns from clean air campaigners about the increase in wood-burning stoves across Yorkshire and Lincolnshire, which they say are damaging the environment.
Yes, there's been a huge growth in the sale of log burners as people look for alternative methods of heating their homes. But some groups are worried about the impact on our health from smoke and soot.
Well, the industry has hit back at the claims, saying tremendous work is going on to make the stoves as clean as possible. Here's Matt Price.
Well, next tonight, love them or loathe them. If you look around, tattoos seem to be as popular as ever, or could it be that they're just becoming more visible?
Yes, these days it's not uncommon for people to request tattoos in prominent places, their hands, their necks, even their faces.
And facial tattoos are seen as the ultimate fashion statement by some. There's no hiding them, but they can have serious implications in the world of work, as Lauren Hall reports.
Takes a lot of heavy makeup to cover yours.
Well, finally tonight, John, you might have a bit of competition. A giant floating lighthouse in Hull can predict the weather.
Yes, a new 8-metre tall weather station, nicknamed the Oracle, which funnily enough is what we call John, will light tell people if it's going to rain, snow, be windy or be sunny.
Well, it's all part of a 3-day festival of sound and light taking place across the city this week to celebrate Hull's maritime heritage. And Catherine Walker is at you. Are we going to replace you with the Oracle, John?
It's a lighthouse. It's not much good during the day, is it?
Well, you get on with your weather.
Okay.
Oh, we'll never replace our John.
Absolutely not. Now, that's it from us. Our next update's at 10:30.
The national and international stories are next with Mary Nightingale.
But for now, from the team here on Calendar, thanks very much indeed for watching.
Bye-bye.